So that's what we've got going on there. And I did want to bring up, I think we have, there we go. Yep, we're back out there. And so I think Justin can see now what's going on, and thought we might check in with you, Justin, to see what you're seeing and where you are, if you can hear. Maybe not just yet. Okay. So, tornado warning, that's not us. Rutherford, yeah, they're continuing that severe thunderstorm warning. Still, Nolensville getting some rain and storms, so the severe warning continues for that. So here's Las Casas, Milton. That's where the hail core was coming up through there. Sorry, we lost a few of you on the video. I do have you, Justin. Kind of give us an idea of where you are, and I'm going to pull you up full screen so folks can see what you're seeing, which is a lot of rain, looks like.
I'm on King Road trying to get over to Christiana. I got hail starting to fall on me now up this way.
Any idea of how big that might be?
I couldn't see it. It's been too crazy, but
Okay.
obviously trying to stay out of the hell for him. I'm digging and digging, trying to avoid them and get in position to check. It's the rotation as well.
Understandable. All right. So that's Justin. He is in the video right above us here. Here's our radar. And he was mentioning some possible hail. Again, tornado warning for southern Rutherford County. Kind of focusing in on that. And between Sharpsville and Las Casas, hail moving out toward Milton and Porterfield here really soon. Maybe some small hail from Blackman between Amaville and Blackman, some of the same areas that it moved through. And now the hail core has really popped up here on this storm, Chapel Hill to Unionville and Cedar Grove. Okay, let's see. Back to our reflectivity, and let's take a look at velocity here. So heads up, Midland. So Midland Road, Midland Fosterville Road. You should be in your tornado shelter right now. Shelbyville Highway coming up toward Fosterville, Plainview, Christiana. This is the tornado warned portion of the storm. Looks like it is going to stay south of Rockvale. Southern Rutherford County is where the action is now. We do have some hail up to the north. Las Casas, you're probably getting a really big storm, but this is where we need to kind of focus our attention. So Midland coming up on you first in minutes. Again, this is a tornado warning.
Just the southern side of the storm. I can see the low right shoulder. I don't see anything on the ground right this second.
Okay. We're going to keep a close eye on.
I'm trying to stay ahead of it. Let's get to a little spot.
Okay. That's meteorologist Justin Bailey out. Tornado warning here for us here in Rutherford County, and that is going to go for another 22 minutes. All right. Let me pull up velocity, kind of get an idea. And this storm's movement is to the east at 50. All right. So just south of Champions Run Golf Course there now. So I'm going to give you, I wish I knew why it did that to me. So we're going to crack this storm. I need to pull out a little bit. To the east at 50. So this is around some of the rotation here. East, that's too far northeast. Let me try that one more time here. And this is going to give us some times of arrival. Move it a little more due east at 50. This is just going to give us some areas. Fosterville, 9 minutes. Short Creek, 12. Some of these may be in Williamson County. I'm just giving you an idea. I'm sorry, not Williamson, Bedford County. Midland in 4 minutes. You should be downstairs, under something, center of the building. Keep away from windows. Think duck. Downstairs, under something, center of the building, away from windows. Basement, if you got it. A lot of people don't. Deason, Fosterville, you're coming up here quick. Meteorologist Justin Bailey is out in that area. You can see his view, and he will be the first to say if he sees something in that area. So we do have this storm really kind of coming together here a little bit. Maybe between Link and Midland would be a guess. But anyone that is in southern Rutherford County in this area, let me give you towns, communities. Christiana, Fosterville, Midland, Link, Versailles, Steeple Meadows, Colonial Estates, Plainview, Short Creek, Big Springs, Gum. Some roads in this area. There's Walnut Grove Road, or State Route 269 as it snakes through, Midland Road, Barfield Crescent. Shelbyville Highway, Parsons Road. If you hear your road, you need to be in shelter. Miller Johnson Road, Christiana Fosterville Road, Sims Road, out toward Woodfin Road, Sledge Road, Wayside Road. There's the Plainview community in Plainview, Wayside Road. Coming up on 24 and Manchester Highway, then to Big Springs Road, Pilot Knob, Cobb Road, even up toward Gum and Gum Road. Those are the areas that are in this tornado warning. We are seeing some indications of hail coming in toward Versailles and Link right now. Tornado warning will remain in effect until 6 p.m. Right now it's 5:41, so another 20 minutes. They have trimmed off back toward Chapel Hill this storm. So continuing it to the east. Again, this is has not been confirmed or anything like that. It's radar indicated rotation, but it's definitely showing signs of maybe intensifying a bit, if you will, coming up toward Midland. We do have a storm report, several large trees down across I-24 at mile marker 72. Across Blackman Road as well. 2 lanes of I-24 are blocked. So again, tornado warning for Rutherford County. Let me see if I can do this without it causing some problems and look at, and what was that in the Blackman area? Maybe Fortress? Let's take a look there. See if we can see both lanes of traffic moving through there. Here's Salem Pike. Can't really see much from that. And this is the slow traffic I-24 west of 840. And 96 moving along. So that is the slowest area we see there. It could be causing some of our issues. All right, so let's go back to our radar. Rain is picking up here in North Murfreesboro as well. We've been telling you about Midland for a bit. You've had a big heads up. So Midland, Fosterville, Christiana, Plainview. Tornado warning, and it's for the next 16 minutes. We've given you some times of arrival. It's time to hunker down. Tornado warning means take shelter downstairs, under something, keep away from windows, and center of the building. Traffic is really bad out there. So if you're driving around, I mean, and it's 5:44. It's just yuck. See if we can give you a radar tour. Siegel area, a little more wind here, lots of heavy rain. Flood advisory until 9:30. There's downtown Murfreesboro, heavy rain in downtown. Tornado warning continues for southern Rutherford County now. And from the Rutherford County Courthouse, rain, wind. Let me bring you back to radar. Now, this is what we call the velocity mode. It shows you the winds to and from the radar. And there's between Midland Road and Harrison Lane, a really tight couplet there, just south of Midland. So these are some areas that we're definitely keeping an eye on here. Make sure everything is still up and going. Tornado warning continues. Shelbyville Highway, Midland Fosterville Road. I know that I've said this time after time after time. Fosterville, Sims, Christiana, Plainview. You need to be downstairs, under something, center of the building, and keep away from windows. Justin's video is back, and he is on this southern storm that is tornado warned. And we have meteorologist Ray Miller, who has just popped in to give us an update. And Ray, give us an idea of what you're seeing with this storm.
Well, the rotation still looks very significant right along the Bedford and Rutherford County line, very close to Christiana. If you're in that community, and especially just south of town, you need to be in your tornado shelter now. If you haven't moved there already, it's time to go right now. This is still showing significant signs of rotation on radar. In fact, if anything, the rotation has strengthened in the last couple of radar scans here. Would not be a bit surprised if we had a tornado produced by this in the next couple of minutes. This is showing significant signs of rotation. It's also showing significant hail north of the rotation. That'll be moving into Christiana shortly, and areas just north of Christiana will likely see at least golf ball sized hail and some of that baseball hail that we were talking about with the northern storm earlier. This southern storm has really taken over as the dominant cell in the area. It has picked up in intensity both in terms of rotation and in terms of that hail potential. This is a significant tornado producing thunderstorm and significant hail producing thunderstorm moving across roughly the southern third of Rutherford County. Now, it's not going to present too much of a threat to Murfreesboro. You may see a little bit of additional hail out of this as it passes to the south, but south and southeast of Murfreesboro and right around the Christiana area right now, you need to be in your shelter. And then, folks, along Interstate 24, southeast of Murfreesboro, you're going to be affected by this in the next 10 to 15 minutes. But I really can't emphasize it enough. This has picked up significantly since we last talked in terms of its tornado potential. That signature is much more pronounced than it was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, just got a radar update, and if you go between reflectivity and velocity, you can see an area that maybe even looks like an area of clearing within this. So definitely a storm that is wrapping up here. So we've been calling out Midland for a while, Midland up to Christiana, then on to Plainview, across 24 here soon. We've already got big problems on I-24 with the road being blocked with trees down. Looks like the southern part of this storm for Bedford and Coffee County is going to be warned here in just a moment for a different storm that's further south. So, but the presentation on reflectivity alone, Ray, showing a hook.
It has that classic hook echo shape that we look for when we're talking about tornadoes and these typical supercell thunderstorm setups. It has that shape. And again, looking at the Doppler wind velocity displays, it has really increased in speed. And we've seen that rotation tightening up a little bit. And those two factors tell us the storm is strengthening. It is becoming much more likely to produce a tornado. Noticed a few minutes ago some additional little telltale signs that we look for potential tornado development. So this certainly is trying its hardest to produce a tornado. Fortunately, we've not had any spotter reports yet, and there's some clear skies south of the storm. So if there were spotters south of this storm, if there was a tornado, hopefully they would be able to see it, but we don't want to rely on that. Certainly, if you're in and around Christiana, you need to go ahead and go to your basement. The radar presentation of this is significant and very concerning as it moves across the southern half of Rutherford County. This still is a storm very worthy of this tornado warning that's in effect until 6. New tornado warning, as you just mentioned, further south, eastern Bedford and Coffee County. That's for a storm further to the south, north of Normandy. That one might rob this one of a little bit of its intensity, but it's all going to depend how this evolves over the next 10 to 15 minutes. But for the immediate time being, south central Rutherford County and southeastern Rutherford County, tornado precautions still very much worth taking.
Thank you very much, meteorologist Ray
Hey, Bryan,
Miller.
the Highway 231 right now, coming off of Midland Fosterville Road.
Yep.
Got a big lowering just to my north.
All right. So
It's
you,
about to be on my screen in just a minute.
so we are watching. This is the storm that we've been tracking. There's the lowering that Justin mentioned. So let's take that full screen. So Midland to Fosterville. You need to be downstairs, under something, center of building, keep away from windows.
Indiana, if it's not over right now.
Okay. So you turned off of what road onto what road?
Midland Fosterville Road and left Highway 231. I'm going back towards Murfreesboro now.
Okay. So let me bring up the radar here with Justin in the upper left-hand corner. And so here is Midland Fosterville Road, and that's where it intersects 231. Just got a radar update here too. So this gives you an idea of where we are within the storm, and that's definitely in that area of rotation that we've been talking about. Moving up toward Christiana. So some roads here in this area. There's the Manor Cemetery, if you happen to know where that is. Of course, Nebo Knobs, Shelbyville Highway 231. There's the Webb Cemetery, Christiana Fosterville Road. Sims Road coming.
Well, this man is on the ground right now. It is so low to the ground. I can't see.
And part of the problem is this isn't going to be one of those storms that you're going to just be able to see, you know. Definitely probably rain wrapped. That means the rain is being pulled into it and it is obscuring the actual tornado that's within that. So not seeing any information yet from the National Weather Service, keeping an eye out on everything. Let's see. If you are Christiana to Plainview, cross 24 soon, and also the Manchester Highway, then Big Springs. We're tracking this storm. I keep saying some things about the audio, but things seem to be okay from here. But so I'm not sure exactly where you may be listening, but doing our best here to get this information out to you. Shelbyville Highway. There's the Christiana Fosterville Road. We've told you about that. If you're in Christiana, Plainview over to Big Springs. This tornado warning continues for another 6 minutes. We'll see what happens with it after that. You can see meteorologist Justin Bailey right above if you're watching, and he is in the very heavy rain that is going on. Thanks, Dana. Dana says she can hear just fine, so good deal. Short Creek, Sims Road, Liberty Pike. There's a new road, Miller Road. There's the Millersburg Road. Yeah, and it just got a text there. It may be what you hear from Justin from time to time, but think about what's going on. Justin's driving in his car, going through cell areas, trying to give us audio and video. So that's just about what you get with that. Woodfin Road, Sledge Road, Wayside Road, Plainview Road. Some of the areas that are just ahead of this. Let's take a look at velocities, the winds to and from. And Ray Miller mentioned hail. Yeah. Christiana, Plainview, Steeplechase Meadows, big subdivision there. So that's where our storm is currently right now. We haven't given you a wide look in a while. Here's Rutherford County. That's our flood advisory in the light green. Lascassas, Auburntown. This is that northern storm that was severe warned that came through with very large hail. And here's our southern storm, and it looks like the hail is about to go over Highway 41 or Manchester Highway. There's Rucker, Burns Place, Elam Road. Very large hail in that area. And the tornado warning has been extended. Okay. The tornado warning has been extended out to include Bradyville. That's right there on the county line. Big Springs, Pleasant View. So many things up and flashing here. So this is our current new tornado warning. And they are also warning now for hail the size, golf balls maybe. And that would be falling on 24 near Indian Hills Golf Course and to the south through the Rucker area. So this new tornado warning until 6:30. Let me get you out ahead of Sims Road, about to go over the interstate. Let's see if I can find a good video for you to see there. You may be listening on 1019, 100.5 WGNS Murfreesboro, Smyrna to give us, keep us all legal here. And let me just do this. I'm going to try to give you a look at the storm along 24 if we can. Now there's the, remember we gave you a report earlier of trees blocking the interstate. So traffic is very slow. Looks like they're kind of going around something there. This is the camera that's 24 and 840. That would kind of be near the Blackman area, a little further away from it than I kind of want. Let's look at I-24 at Joe B. Jackson. Traffic moving along, but let's see if we get a better look from this camera. A little more of the sky there, but not a ton. All right. Downtown Murfreesboro. This is the Siegel area. Pouring right now. From downtown at the courthouse, still rain. Here is meteorologist Justin Bailey as he is trying to get out ahead of this tornado-warned storm. But really having a hard time finding what could be a tornado within that, if there is one, and the reason for that is all the heavy rain. Checking some of the reports from the National Weather Service here real quick. Justin?
There's an opportunity for me to get ahead of it. I came in behind it on Christiana Road just to investigate, see if there was any damage I could see. I've been getting intermittent hail, maybe pea dime size, but nothing crazy big.
Yeah, just did get a report from the National Weather Service. Golf ball size hail near Christiana, and it doesn't show me a time on that. 5:54, so about 5 minutes ago or so. So this storm does have
Yeah.
some plain view. Okay, kind of show folks where that is. You can see Justin shot in the upper left-hand corner. And so here is what would be our hail going over 24 right now. So I'm wondering, yeah, and that kind of corresponds with the darker purples and things of that nature we see there. So let's take a look at our TDOT camera, and this would be Joby Jackson. It's probably as far as I can get you there. I do have Elam Road. Hold on a second. Let's see, because that would be not seeing hail necessarily falling from that. So again, our tornado warning continues here. Moving over the interstate, Gum, Big Springs, then Bradyville. It's your turn. Northern end of this from Fox Camp Meadows, Mount Tabor in the hail now. Burns Place, Floration up next. John Bragg Highway, you're going to see some of this hail as it moves up toward Cateston and Curley on into Cannon County. Let's see here. Looking for new updates from the National Weather Service. Not seeing a ton. I did want to take a look at any power outages. The National Weather Service, the Middle Tennessee Electric has changed their outage map recently, and I had an overlay for it, but it's not something that I can easily show you from that perspective. So let me drag it in. Again, the tornado warning